stompy illusion of stomping.
There is a feat that allows familiars to do concentration, and I do not recall how he was built. I assume he has that feat
If you helped.
Familiar concentration, he had that at 7th. So yes, he could concentrate on illusions on your behalf. But you're doing a mythic spell, you're doing a mythic point, so you might as well make it a persistent.
Yep.
And what we're going to do is have the area where Slake is in.
Yep.
Stompy, 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 stompy.
So
and we're not going to put Slake in the middle, we're going to put Slake on like an edge somewhere.
You can get 4 10-foot cubes plus 1 10-foot cube per level. So there's this swath of like Michael Flatley clogged shoes and Slake noises all around the area, which that's actually really smart. So it would be 14 5x5 cubes on this map. So kind of, sorry, 18. 18, and then you used a mythic point, so 19, 20.
Yeah, so it's like a 4x5. A 4 square by 5 square.
Yep.
Slake.
So you want it like this.
Something like that, yeah. This area, it'll confuse it. You won't know where you are. Move around and it won't be able to hit you.
You can hear teeth grinding, metal on metal teeth grinding sounds.
You want to get 50 damage every other round or whatever?
He might help. This round, another one of your elementals disappears.
So that was a mythic point.
Okay,
and I'm ready
now the elementals are on the surface. So
did they move to the surface? Okay, so
they're supposed to move to the top. So if they go and get bit, you would see like the mouth or the face, or
yeah. Okay, no, they're on the surface now. It's not popping out yet. It'll do something else.
Okay, all right. I was trying to lure it out with the elementals.
Sonny, you speak Terran. Give me a spellcraft check.
Oh yeah. So I've spoken Terran since level 3, and now get the chance to use it.
It's going to be useful this adventure, I suspect.
I suspect, yeah, 44.
Okay, you heard the dragon casting. It was kind of talking in magic, but it was also
scales
speaking in Terran.
The scintillating scales, whatever the hell it's called.
No, it just put up a mage armor.
Mage armor? Oh.
Damn it. Alright, I got 2 strikes for days, son of a bitch.
It's a proper caster with the mage armor that's up. We need to find... Does anybody have a means of keeping it from going back under the... That's very annoying. And
I do, I just gotta get a hold of it.
I was like, what? Is there one of these?
It's like an Earth Lenorm or something. It's something.
I don't remember what any of the... I know bad things happen when they die, I think.
There's curses, yeah. Oh, don't worry. Sunny's perfect for this adventure. I will try to disintegrate. I will try to turn it into a fuzzy buddy, and then I will try to disintegrate it, and then I will turn you into an elemental and say, "Go."
This is kind of bad.
Yeah. No, this is hilarious. Where your vital strike was with the element it was using to attack.
I cast it before I saw it. Oh well, it's already here.
Yeah, on your turn. On your turn, were you changing your ready to action to a vital strike? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a mythic point to do that, and then a vital strike on creature. Yeah.
Okay.
Now a way to keep it from going down. Can it go through stone?
It's a bunch of blinking.
No, I mean, worked stone.
I think so. It appears to have earthglide.
Steel? How about steel then?
Maybe not. That might be a decent one if it pops out. Does one of those whale sort of divey things.
All right, Amadeus. You're readying your...
Readying to grapple, yeah.
And you have a reach of 10 feet?
Yep.
With your weird rubbery
My weird
arms. Alright, the stone giant lady is flying not in the direction the cannon is pointing, but is getting some height. Apparently she also may know that its breath weapon is, you know, around 50 feet.
Thogrim yells, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend."
You notice that she's guiding the bird with her knees and has plucked out of her her bag a big rock. Not a bird rock, but a throwing rock. And she's got a ready action to throw a rock if it sticks its head out.
Howie, if I get hit with a rock, you turn that bird into feathers.
The bird is doing sort of a lazy circle.
I think under the circumstances, Amadeus it's a free action to use mythic. You'll spend a mythic point for mythic combat expertise.
Yeah, that's you get it for a minute, like.
For a minute, no penalties and a +2.
Okay. Amadeus goes into a stance and he looks cool. I'm blocking it, ready to grab. How many stances does Amadeus have?
He has 2 different styles he can switch as a free action.
He's got the snapping turtle one and the kraken style. Okay. And which one is up right now?
Right now it's the turtle style.
Yep.
And then when it's his turn, he switches to the kraken style because that's pure offense.
I see.
And then as soon as his turn's over, he
switches back to turtle style.
Defense.
Turtle style is the one that allows you to grapple when you get attacked, right?
Yes, if they miss.
Okay. Okay.
Nice. I love that. That's
right.
Awesome.
So while you've got a readied, which style do you have up?
He's still got the
turtle style. Okay. That was where, you know, there are some attacks you have without all pure offense. All right, Slake is he steps out of the magic area of noise. Just a little bit. He just backs away from the sound. He'll back away on a diagonal. And he'll continue his ready to action. Sunny Mistra.
I think we want Amadeus to win, I think is the plan here.
Yeah, Sunny...
Amadeus is our best bet to keep this
knowledge Arcana for Sunny.
Okay.
He's flying?
$30.
The way it breathed meant that it is doing its breath weapon very quickly to then disappear under the ground. Of course, if this thing is a true dragon, it does move faster than normal creatures. But you're pretty sure that it breathed really quickly and moved far underground.
Yeah, it's like, and it could be like, I'll be seeing in a minute.
A quickened breath weapon takes some time to recover from. So it might just be sitting under there waiting for its breath weapon to recover.
Yeah.
The mage armor is going to run out anytime soon.
Yeah, mage armor is hours per level, so...
Yeah.
Meaning it wasn't all battle buffed, it was just sitting near... It was... Yeah. Oh, shit. It killed the giant, and then it was just sitting and waiting.
So we have a malevolent being for us. It might wait for as long as a minute between attacks. How would we... I think the best bet is to basically pull the old Amadeus trick. So, one second here. That is 1 minute per level. Okay. Sunny is going to... first in Druidic, you wouldn't happen to know what we're fighting, ma'am. Miss Lady of the Eagle and the Mammoth.
It's some sort of rock dragon, is what she says back in Druidic.
Sorry about the whole grapply thing. He's really harmless, although it's rather ugly.
Are you enemies of the giants of the Howling Crag?
We're trying to figure out why the giants of the Howling Crag have turned upon the ways of old. The old truces have gone wrong.
You think her cheeks flushed with anger? She clenched her teeth. She doesn't look like she disagreed with you.
So we are... enemies is a little harsh. We would like for them to stop... to live up to their old treaties and rights. And however... whoever needs to lead them to make that happen, we would be friends with.
She points down to the ground. First things first, is what she says.
Yes, first things first.
She's looking at the body and she looks really angry.
We can bring it back, probably. He's a little busted. What? I'm actually going to take a concerted effort to identify the creature.
Yes, go ahead. You did catch a glimpse of it, you know what its breath weapon is, and you can see it earth gliding.
Yes. Knowledge, Arcana, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. 43.
Okay. This thing is called a cave dragon.
Okay.
It is a large dragon of the earth subtype.
Okay.
And that gets us to 15. It has, strangely enough, it is a true dragon.
Yep.
It can burrow and earth glide and is pretty speedy on the ground. You know it does not have wings.
Okay.
Its breath weapons, one is a cone of poison that drains your strength, the power of which goes up as the dragon ages in its age categories. The other breath weapon you've already seen, which is a sonic blast in a cone.
Oh, fuck you, dragon.
The Sanuk, yeah.
These dragons are typically evil dragons. They haunt the dark places beneath the earth.
Isn't it all places beneath the earth?
Yeah. Lava pits and stuff like that. They're the reason why people fear dark places in the earth. That brings us to about 25, 30. You know that they've got the ability to they've got blind sense.
Okay.
They're immune to sonic and acid, and you're pretty sure that there's something about when you try to attack them, they shoot out big crystalline spikes like a porcupine that keep you from getting close to them.
Okay, they got like a retributive spiky defense.
Ouch.
Yep. And then there's something about its scales that you really, that might be something different. You're not sure why its claws are dripping acid. Like there's nothing but its breath weapon that's acidic.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one is a old dragon, so
there are bigger ones.
A category, what would that be? 8? Old, very old, ancient,
8 or 16 strength damage on a breath weapon is probably pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might be on the cusp between old and very old.
Any other element should work aside from sonic and acid. We're not going to use the elemental assessor now because we think we know what element works. And we're going to fly to land on Amadeus.
Okay.
Because I think he is the key to this.
All right, Thogrim. Howie.
Legendary proportions, Howie.
You cast legendary proportions on Howie?
On Howie.
Bravo, sir.
And we did.
Bravo.
Okay, so subtract the 200 gold pieces of spell components. Yep. And for the next 14 minutes,
14 minutes.
the cannon is huge.
The
Big
Death
old
Star
boy
cannons. That's what it is.
It's very strong.
And this spell says, it doesn't say anything about losing dex, so...
No, it doesn't. It just strength and con bonuses and DR and...
-2 to hit or whatever from size change.
Yeah, okay. All right,
but
yeah.
no -2.
Yep.
It loses dex.
Monster! I'm a bombard now!
Yes, you
Where
are.
to go, monster?
Yes, you are.
Oh, get it!
So I will fight. So I cast that spell and I'm preparing to fire. It's a standard fire now.
Okay.
Not a
Not a vital strike.
no.
Okay, so the rock dragon, Sunny, you can hear it casting underground.
Okay. We're assuming it's casting a shield spell, but I have a plus 35 to identify spells.
Okay, yeah, you're missing some of the components, so it's DC 20 plus double spell level. You have a plus 35, so if you roll a 1, it's 36. Okay.
This is a fucking problem.
It just called out to a goddess. And do you speak Draconic as well?
Give me a second. Sunny does speak Draconic. Learned it for Agony.
It said, by the 5 blasphemous heads of Tiamat, grant me the ability to make my scales slippery as a frog. And it just casts freedom of movement.
I'm pretty certain it does. Hey, Amadeus. It's got this freedom spell upon it. Keeps it from being grabbed.
Oh, does it think so?
Because the dragon may have spotted you basically pretzeling a giant.
I'll be back in a sec. I gotta go.
Howie's just laughing because how big he is. He thinks he's a bombard now. All right, that was the rock dragon, and it's moving around a little bit. Like when it was casting, it may have been over here, but it was moving around. Like it could be anywhere underneath there. It's moving pretty quickly under the ground.
Okay.
Amadeus.
He's going to spend a key point.
Yep.
So he can negate both freedom of movement and his grapple duplicates the effect of a dimensional anchor.
Okay. And how long does this last?
Until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay. Your fingernails are glowing green. Okay.
And ready a grapple.
All right. The stone giantess is flying around. What's the plan?
We're going in Druidic, because we don't think the dragon speaks Druidic, when the dragon pops up to breathe on us, our friend here is going to grab it by the face. And then our other friend over there is going to kick the shit out of it. The cannon will shoot it.
She liked the thought of grabbing it. She liked the thought of kicking it in the face. Her face kind of scrunched a little bit about the ever-growing cannon. And
he's... I understand the cannon is rather annoying, I must say. It's very loud.
Okay, just for ease of flipping around, I'm going to move this giantess and her somehow two and somehow huge animal companions into the NPCs and allies section.
I saw that name. Had triggered a memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. You've got very brave friends, is what she says. And...
You tell her shows me rope!
Does Amadeus have, like, an enhancement bonus to armor class right now?
And he has, like, bracers of armor.
But he doesn't have natural armor, right?
He has a amulet, I believe. Let me double check.
What's the bonus in your amulet?
It's probably not awesome. I think it's +2. It is +3.
Okay. What is the bonus on a 10th level caster? Is it +3?
10th level bark's going to be +4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. Shakura basically swoops down next to Amadeus. She casts Barkskin on Amadeus, giving you a +4 on your Barkskin. And then her bird continue its movement up into the sky. The bird has flyby attack. And I think she still has a ready with one of her boulders. Slake. Yeah, you grab it. I'll punch it and stomp it and teach it a frickin' lesson. I don't know where it is, though, with all this racket.
Oh, it's under there. Oh, it's under there.
Sunny, you said you were doing a different ready action?
Yeah.
Or no action at all? A different action?
So, Sunny is going to ready a teleport with Amadeus onto wherever the face part comes out of the ground.
Yes!
Ready a teleport. Wow.
Fuck you, Dragon. That's fine.
So I'm doing something stupid, Amadeus. Please save me if this goes wrong.
Okay.
We're going to do the telekinetic charge the old-fashioned way.
Oh, okay.
He's like trying to climb in your ear.
You can sneak under Gordon there. He's pretty good. He just starts sucking on you.
Did I take Quicken? I don't think I did. I've taken Quicken. I took Heighten. I did take Quicken. Do I prepare anything? I think I need to go back and start preparing some Quicken stuff. Yeah, Sonny doesn't have anything Quicken. He's like, I should Quicken some magic on my spell. Yeah.
Okay. This next round, the dragon doesn't appear. What are you guys doing?
Damn it.
Just maintaining your ready actions, or?
We are... we're maintaining our ready.
Okay.
I'm maintaining my ready.
Slake's maintaining his ready.
Amadeus is gonna spend my key point.
Okay.
Sorry, it's my turn.
And maintain his ready.
The thing about quicken breath weapons is that it adds +4 to the D4.
Yeah.
To
So we've been waiting for as long as 8 rounds from the breath to pop up again.
But it's a minimum of 5.
Yeah.
So
it could be anywhere from a 5 to an 8. Yes, this is what we're. Yep.
So we know we've got this period where it's okay. So
a really weird thing happens. The stone giantess casts enlarge person as a druid spell on her rock, which changes the rock's size to gargantuan. That's what you. It's still a first level spell, but she cast it as a druid, and it affected her animal companion, and her animal companion's like a proper sized rock now.
Nice.
Are you familiar with the spell Mighty Strength? I could teach it to you. It is lovely, and would be very useful for this sort of circumstance.
All right. This whole next round, it doesn't appear.
So nice.
It did cast a shield spell, however.
Yep. Thogrim.
Sorry, did my turn pass just now?
Yeah.
Whole rounds are going on.
So, okay. Question, Marty. Can I drink multiple named cannon shots and use them? Or can I only have one in effect?
This is named bullet, right?
Yeah, sorry, named bullet, yeah.
The target is one piece of ammunition or thrown weapon, and it lasts for 10 minutes per level or until discharged. So I'm confused by...
It's a drink. This is a potion. Do I put it on a cannonball?
You put it on a cannonball, yeah.
So you have to be juggling multiple cannonballs.
Oh yeah, the cannonball that's in Howie is getting a name. This is a dragon, you said, right?
Yes. It's a true dragon.
Name cannon shot.
Is it a greater named cannon shot or a lesser?
I don't have a greater.
Oh, okay. Because greater is only 6th level. Interesting. Don't worry, master. The bombard named Howie will get it. All right, is that another key point, Mark?
no.
No? Okay.
No, I know what I'm gonna do.
All right, so round 7. Now it's round 8.
If Sonny's gonna get me there, then
Yep.
I should be fine.
Thogrim.
Somebody's going to get you there.
Thogrim is preparing to feed Howie. Actually, he's... I want to put a true strike, but I don't want to give it to Howie. Question: can the creatures that I have on my back, you know, the siege guys, can they feed me a potion?
No.
No, but they could hold cannonballs. Like they load
Yes.
cannons,
Yeah.
so they can hold your name shots if they're out of your bag.
Wait, I do have to spend the key.
They are lots of action economy related to cannons. They are not battle action economy.
Okay, that's fair. No, but the no, it makes sense. The steel. I want to use a true strike so I can hit this thing.
Yep, you're thinking I should jury rig some sort of eyedropper onto Talk so that he drips the True Strike eyedropper into me, so I could do a thing. But that might be later.
That's not mid-combat sort of jury rigging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's at least a minute and some string.
Well, you can cast True Strike on yourself if you have Quicken spell. That's a 5th level spell.
Unless he's like me, where I took the feat, but I didn't quicken any goddamn spells on my list. yeah, I'll fix that later.
No, I don't have quicken. That's one hell of a feat.
I was thinking about a soft fight to get you guys used to your characters again. I'm like, nah, they're 14 people. They could handle a little rough. They could have a little bit of a rough time.
We got 8 points.
The peekaboo breath weapon is rough.
Although Adam really enjoys the like. So you cast all your buffs, right? Yeah, listen, you cast all your buffs. It'll be back. Oh, you can't chase it. Yeah.
No, I like that too.
It hasn't taken any damage yet, so...
It doesn't know. And the whole idea is, but if you grab it by the face...
Right now, you are correct. It doesn't know, but it does seem to be at least respecting the fact that you guys can wrestle giants.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna give Howie the true strike.
Okay. It's a standard action.
No, I have to feed him.
Okay, full round action for a potion.
And then I want to prepare. See, I have to feed it to him, and then I can't give him I can't do both the true strike and the
attack. No, and you don't have haste up, so there's no way to do that.
Already a vital strike.
Okay, you're readying a vital strike. All right, the rock dragon's breath weapon is now recharged. It sticks its head out of the ground.
Okay, where did he go? Because this will depend on what the teleport needs to go out.
Yeah. So you see it sticks its head out. Yeah, your elementals are on the surface, right? It comes up in the elemental square. Both elementals point at the creature. All right. In order of initiative, the readied actions go off. So you want to move Sonny's back because he's last in the round. Thogrim and Howie blast first.
Okay.
Thogrim blast first.
Okay. So this old.
Thogrim always shot first.
This old dragon has a.
See if it has diamond-like scales again.
Yep, it does.
Yeah. Something weird about its scales.
It's got shield and mage armor up, so it's now its AC is 42 against touch.
I surge. Named cannon shot.
Okay.
Vital strike.
The named cannon shot goes off. What is the bonus on your weapon attack? Like what magical bonus is it?
+3.
Okay, so DR applies, so subtract 10 from whatever you just rolled.
No problemo, sir. So the 66 becomes 86 because of size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I have mythic vital strike. Now, do I have to roll?
That Hill Giant clan didn't know we were here before. They know now.
Question: do I have to confirm the hit?
What do you mean?
Or because the name cannon shot?
Oh, give me a second.
Because we said it's like.
Yeah, if it becomes a threat.
Name cannon shot is just crit.
Or is it just bonus damage? So we get rid of the crit thing. I thought it was.
No, it's crit.
So the way raw is written is a normal hit scored using the target
is considered a critical threat.
Is considered a critical threat.
I thought we just turned it into a bunch of extra damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any comments on this on my sheet. I remember we did something.
We did do something, but I can't remember what we did. I am describing what Adam was pushing for in the conversation. I don't know what the decision was though.
No, I remember this was an action after we did the decisions. Like, okay, name cannon shot. It's gonna fuck somebody up. Like, I remember. The crit still being there, but I had to do something else, and I don't remember what that was.
Well, you'd have to roll to confirm, would be the other part of it.
To hit again.
And you also have to crack SR. Right, so there's a few things here, even, there's a few things here.
Okay, so first thing I need
okay, you gotta overcome your SR.
SR is the first thing.
Okay. Second mythic point was used. The SR 14. Oh, Blizo. Rolling now.
He's worshipping some god named Blizo.
31.
All right, you got through its SR, so the name cannon shot worked.
Let me figure what it is. I can't remember if
I can't remember. Just roll to confirm your crit, and we'll deal with this later.
I think it was roll to hit it twice, and if you do, you get.
Yeah.
Just roll to confirm.
Roll to confirm.
Was it? Did you roll double damage? Or?
Okay, it's confirmed.
Okay, so 24d6.
Well, now, if it's crit, then
Shouldn't that be 32? Isn't it times 4?
The vital strike.
Oh, the vital strike. Okay.
So 8d6 times 3 is 24d6, and it's a times 4 cannon.
You have improved vital strike.
so the vital strike, the crit doesn't crit the vital strike extra damage unless you have a mythic improved vital strike.
Yeah.
I have mythic vital strike.
Right. So you spend a mythic point as part of your vital strike to do a mythic vital strike, and that will multiply.
Oh, you have to. I didn't spend it.
Yeah, and then the extra damage from the name bullet is not multiplied in a critical hit.
On a vital strike it is. On a mythic vital strike it is.
Oh.
No, I don't have to spend a mythic point. Oh,
No, this one specifically says in the spell, if you crit this way, it's not multiplied. On a natural crit, it is multiplied. That's how the spell, that's how the spell works.
So vital strike. Whenever you use vital strike,
The house rule for mythic vital strike was that you needed you spend a mythic point. We were going to readdress that later.
Oh,
This is going all the way back to Uker. It was
okay. So
That was crazy.
Because at that time it was like 300 damage per swing. How could this possibly function? And now we have other ways to do that, and it's like, I guess maybe it just does.
So okay. So can I say I used a mythic point to do that?
All right. So first off, you have which vital strike feats normally improved.
Which takes me to triple dice.
Okay. Now you confirmed a crit, so you should be doing pound crit.
Sorry.
And is there only one mythic vital strike, or does it also go up?
There's mythic vital strike, improved mythic vital strike, and greater mythic vital strike.
Okay.
They do different things. So the mythic vital strike makes it so that you multiply all damage by your mythic vital strike multiplier.
Yep.
Improved mythic vital strike means you multiply bonus damage dice. And then like the greater mythic vital strike is like maybe crits, maybe. I don't even know what that one does.
Amazing crit. Amazing crit.
All my days ain't gonna have to do shit.
Your greater mythic vital strike just makes it so when you vital strike, you ignore damage reduction. It's shit. The third one is shit.
Yeah, no one's taking that.
It's my mythic tier 10 feet. I ignore DR. I still think it's DR 1,000.
All right, so I still think mythic vital strike, given the sheer quantity of damage, should be a mythic point. So spend your mythic point.
Yeah, that's the way
We've got multiple people running it that way. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nope.
So you mythically named bullet crit with improved vital strike, which multiplies damage from all sources, even those that wouldn't normally be applied on a critical hit, which also, so you get the full fucking named bullet in there because you're using a mythic point to do the vital strike. Okay, so...
And it's amazing crit.
It's amazing crit, so it's also ×1. Max is ×6. I don't know what your cannon is
it's
at.
×5.
4? 5? ×5 right now? Okay.
With the amazing.
All right.
So it's effectively a ×7 hit. That's how it works out.
Yeah, you add. So normally the cannon is what, ×3 or 4, Ahmed?
×3.
×3. Okay, so now it's a ×5.
Oh, sorry. No, on the crit, you mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's ×4.
Okay, so now it's a ×6.
It's a ×6. Amazing crit ×7. Because of the vital strike. The vital strike.
Oh, you're adding all the vital strikes in there. Sure.
Yeah, because that's just how the damage ends up.
Yeah,
it ends up working out that way.
Fine. And then what is the base plus on your damage right now, including the named bullet?
8, 9, 10, 11.
Don't worry, it'll just have a mate, guys. So don't worry.
The other thing is that you pop its head and blow its head off. That's
14.
14. Okay, so roll your damage.
Right. So it's multiplied by 7.
Effectively, in there, you're probably going to be double dipping your like the crits. I don't think you get crit bonus damage on your named bullet, but you get your vital strike bonus damage on your named bullet. So you're probably throwing an extra 20 in there that you shouldn't be, or whatever.
So 20 times 7 is 140.
Okay.
7 times 4 is 28. 168.
It
Okay.
also has a major condition for 1 round, but let's just see if.
Let's see what it's
168 d6 plus.
Let's see if it's got a head.
Fuck me.
Next round.
So it said 14 times
14 times 7.
7. Yeah, right on.
It's dazed if it doesn't succeed a 41 will save. No, it's dazed for a round.
Okay, then I feel safe for teleporting Amadeus on top of it.
If it's alive.
I don't have enough dice to do that.
You don't have 168 d6s, Ahmed. You also are using d8s because the cannon is gargantuan or huge right now.
6d6 goes to 8d6, I thought?
68. 68. You look very confused.
d6. The rules in the FAQ says it goes up by 2 steps, not 1. If the size increases by 1 step.
Category.
Yeah, if the size increases by 1 step, the original damage on the chart increases the damage by 2 steps. So 6d6 goes 68 and becomes 86. Meta reference.
Alright.
Last. From the bottom, size increase FAQ. It's the first row. I'm cool with 86. That's fine. I'm saying I'm just following
this
the
applies to different characters too. So,
like, what were you looking at for this?
Meta reference. If you go all the way to the bottom, 4 from the bottom, size increase FAQ.
Okay, so yeah. All right, so this is for if you've gone off the end of the table. So
I couldn't find anything.
What does your cannon normally do, Ahmed?
66.
Okay, so it's now 68. And if you go up 2, it goes to 8d6.
68. Okay, so it's going up by 1 step.
Yes.
Okay. No, the rule said 2. That's why I was going by 2. But
if the exact number of original dice are not found on this chart, the following thing applies. So
you found yourself in an if statement you shouldn't have been in.
Okay.
Could you write this down so we don't have to go through this again? All right.
68 is the 86.
And when I make a rule call on spells, guys, it's up to you to keep track of what it is. It's not me to track what it does. I know it sounds awful, but...
No. I had this, and it's been so long that I got to find it.
Blow the head off the dragon.
All right, so 86 times 7 is 5066.
5068.
8, sorry. 8. Plus 98. 388.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure you're missing your named bullet damage in there, but I don't know if it matters. Marty, doesn't matter.
Let's see if this is how many points this dragon has. Oh yeah, well, okay. Even if I gave it max, let's just see here. Apparently I didn't. 18 plus 12 plus 108. You drop the dragon to that's pretty good. Minus 64 hit points.
Okay, so the I'm fairly certain Ahmed missed out like
I didn't add any. I didn't add.
42 damage was missed from the vital strike from the main bullet. Yeah.
Yep. And you and Howie can see through magical darkness, right? When it popped its head up, it did have some dark, like shadowy stuff around it. Like it was affecting the light category.
Dark vision.
And you were the one firing. Okay.
I'm firing. Yeah.
So, being a Azer-born dwarf had its advantages, and the thing dies.
With one first hit.
As you basically blew its head off. There's nothing salvageable from
in a Looney Tunes style skit.
as its mouth was opening, and the cannonball just ripped through the upper part of its mouth, and it's just the bottom part of its mouth, and this sonic poisonous cloud goes flying into the air. Its rubbery neck got blasted back. Its head went flying, kind of disintegrated by the blast, and then it seems to turn to almost like stone, and you've got this sheared off head of a dragon, most of its body in the ground, and it just stops moving.
And here we go. Oh, that head's not there anymore.
Good Howie, excellent work.
You just critted a CR-14 like it was nothing.
That's about right, because that would have killed any of us. Like Cog would have been able to been like AC-40, ha ha ha.
All right, the lady on the bird lands.
Hello.
And she hops off the big bird, and she just pats it like, stay here. You can see hanging from her belt, like the little token she makes of her animal companions have a loop, and they're just like hooked onto her belt. She's got this shocked look at the cannon, like completely.
Oh, the Imperium makes horrific machines of war.
I'm no enemy of the Imperium, she says.
Oh no, neither am I. It's but it's a matter of fact here.
She looks very frightened of the cannon, like she's waiting to see what it does next.
I assume we're still friends. Yes.
Master, shall I blow away the giant and her bird? No. She crouches down with the with fear in her eyes.
I point Howie to the side. I point Howie over in that direction. Don't fire anything, Howie. You're innocent.
Like he's kicking the bits of it.
Wait, you realize most of that came from magic, right?
No, it's big cannon.
I'm a bombard now. A bombard.
We won't last forever, Harry, but we can do this all day.
Oh, Master, please make it last forever.
Maybe I can. We'll see.
All right, your elementals are pointing at the dragon.
Yep, that's what I'm moving around.
They found the dragon.
Good job. That's what we'll say to the Minterra.
Have them collect the treasure, Sonny.
They're gonna see if they can find a follow. If they could track where the dragon was to see if they could find a treasure, a den or something.
Yeah, they for the remaining rounds they disappear. They come back with it. It seemed to be all over the place, and they're kind of confused.
So
before they disappear.
Do you have a name? I am Sunny, Druid of Volcanica.
She looks like as long as Howie's not pointing at her, although it did ask if you wanted to blow away the giant and the bird.
And they said no, so...
Okay.
No, they're friends now, Harry. Calm yourself.
All right, Master. We won't blow away the giant and the bird. She casts Carry Companion on the rock and shrinks the bird with all of that talk. And she hooks the bird onto another loop of her belt. And she's got both creatures hanging from her belt.
Sunny will hop over on top of Mistra's head.
You're a druid?
Yes. I am Sunny, druid of Volcanica.
She raises an eyebrow.
You haven't heard of me? That's all right. You know the end times are coming, yes? At least for the interlopers.
Same druid of Volcanica that panicked farmers in the human village.
Yeah, I don't believe him.
She's pointing towards Delve, like Delve is a few miles away, kind of thing.
Panic gave full warning.
Is this in Druidic or?
She switches the Imperial Common.
Imperial Common.
Yeah.
Imperial Common. The death of the kobold god in the mountain to the west. Assuming you felt that, yes?
Panic is panic.
Well, but when you say it that way, it sounds like it was undeserved panic, and it was deserved panic. So, good panic.
She looks back over her shoulder.
Your friend, looking back, do you need a hand, or, reincarnate him, or what have you?
A missing hunter from our village.
That would be him.
I thought he might have gone to Delve, while we've been instructed not to interact with the people of that village. Much has gone wrong in the Howling Crag since my absence. Yes. I only returned a month ago, and what a year makes.
I was picking apples a year ago. It was a lovely life. And Mistra was a cow. Would you, Mistra?
This was one of the things my uncle made friends with. But since he's gone mad, many of his friends have been quite dangerous.
Is he mad, cursed mad?
Ever since he stuck the gems in his forehead, he's gone crazy.
That seems to be going around, putting things on people's heads and having issues.
It's fine if you know what you're doing.
She picks up her animal companion. I went north to find a mammoth. I found Tusknot. He was at the right age. And this is Sky.
People go to Druidic. You bond with multiple.
She nods. There are some giants in my clan that. What was the name I gave? There are some giants in my clan that try to become wind riders. There are others that become earth riders. Rocks and mammoths are our ancestral mounts. I have bonded with both.
Some of your clan, I take this in the most polite way possible, also appear to have been joining rune giants and goblin armies.
The troubles at the Howling Crag are not over. We have some unwanted guests, one of which has grown quite fat and, well, threatens to starve us through this winter.
This is a very bad year for that, because this winter won't end for all of next year. Will be winter. This will be a big winter. We're at that part of the cycle.
She listens.
The volcano far west of here, where Kotelmak died, doesn't look like the prayer did here, bearing a seed of Tiamat, other like holy, like hoo-hoo-ha, bad voodoo, that.
What's a curdle milk?
Kobold god. Kobold god that was slain by a gnomish god. Just took a long time. Anyway, how about we put it this way? Kobolds and gnomes were fighting in the west and have caused a very large volcano to erupt on Volcanica, that will spread ash that will block out the sun in the coming spring.
Like the vents?
Like the vents.
Something happened underground.
Yes.
It flooded tunnels.
That was a slight... Yes, that was an old dwarf trap was triggered and squished.
Yeah, the vents are just north of here. Like.
Yes, that was the trap that the dwarves laid for the goblins to stop the underground highway. It would be something similar to that, but further west. The rumblings. You felt the rumblings, yes?
Many creatures, those that could survive such flooding, have left those tunnels. Some of those tunnels went very deep into the dark places of the world. Strange places where magic is not right. Many of those creatures come to our valley. I think some of them my uncle has befriended.
Well, your uncle apparently needs a stern talking to. And the fat one that is going to starve everybody? Does he have
We
a
can
name?
deal with that.
He's a giant of the hill, although he's grown almost to the size of a giant of the storm.
A hill giant, you say?
He is of the army that came here that demanded warriors.
He wouldn't happen to cast spells, would he?
Unless it's definitely not, he definitely doesn't know how to cast spells. Unless his spells are to grow.
So he looks to Amadeus and shakes his head knowingly.
His name is Sub-Chief. His name is Sub-Chief Nograda. He is an unwelcome guest. Some relative of a strong hill giant clan that served in the armies. She says, like she's expecting an immediate chastisement. There's also an emissary, a frost giant. These two are part of the army that we were forced to serve.
All right, an emissary frost giant. This is so interesting.
Sub-Chief Nograda is eating us out of house and home, and he's sort of acting like he's chief now.
That won't be very long. That part of it. Now, removing the sub-chief is straightforward, but we can... How do we put this? My friends are very precise in what they do, and what they do is... And then he's like pointing with like a little bat wing. So he points to Slake and goes smashes. And points to Thogrim and goes explodes things. And then points to Amadeus and goes strangles things.
Yeah, she looks down at Amadeus. You certainly know how to wrestle.
It's okay. No, I didn't want to hurt you. You owe me a rope.
So, if it's a problem that we can kick, explode, or strangle into submission, if we need to, you know, is like, will your clan try to protect this sub-chief big boy?
I call names on Chief Chungus.
They're used to having, well, My uncle would have had nothing of it.
But he got something on his head that's making him crazy.
Yes, he no longer sits on his own throne, but moved his throne underground. While I'm a wind rider and an earth rider, some of the tunnels are very constrained for large beasts to move around. Otherwise, I would have gone down there myself and given him a strong talking to.
Is he a caster?
Okay. Let's see what she knows. Oh, I'm on the size increase, that's why.
This goddamn conversation, 2022.
We're starting to pick up.
Sub-chief is not.
Sub-chief?
Murgvad, the frost giant, he might have a few minor tricks. Utana the seer is.
Utana the seer.
And Castellan Ballastrea is a caster.
That's your uncle, right?
No, Castellan is the elder witch doctor. Utrana is a strong caster. He has helped my uncle in the past bond with many creatures of earth and stone.
So, if we help your uncle get his mind back, he would be the authority of the tribe.
Quite.
Alright, seems to me we help your uncle fix him up.
There is a beast down there. Tora Zahag, the Great Elder.
Is it immune to cannonballs? Because he points at the thing.
Torda Zahad.
Tora Zahag is a great elder elemental. The Utanu has helped my uncle bond with it some time ago. It really placated.
What kind of elemental?
The biggest of its kind.
No, the different kind.
Earth, she says.
Yeah,
Interesting.
And then her uncle's name, did I not write it down? One second. And her uncle.
It's like
Thane Ornak is my uncle.
Thane Ornak. And he is not gifted with magics.
He is.
Ooh. If he can't be reasoned with, what's his favorite animal? What's your favorite animal?
Oh, sorry.
I have no favorites between the bird and the mastodon.
You should be so lucky.
Bird or mastodon? Big giant kiwi birds or something, okay. An elephant-sized, or an elephant-shaped budgie.
My uncle would be the strongest caster of the clan. He is an arcane caster, is what she says.
And how does your clan handle succession? If he were to be unreasonable.
The clan would. She doesn't like this talk, but she thinks some of the strongest would fight.
But surely you are a great druidess, master of both sky and earth. Says a little bat standing on a bird.
I'm not sure that I'm ready to rule my clan.
Oh, it's not that hard. Although, all right, understood. So, bird or mastodon, arcane caster. Can you describe the gems that he put on his face?
I only caught a glimpse. I haven't managed to get far into the tunnels below. They're purple.
Sonny is going to use his telepathic power to talk to Barnabas.
And there are 4 of them.
He's got 4?
And
No wonder you're all fucked up, dude.
Sometimes some of the giants said it's like he's having a conversation with himself or with someone that isn't there. He's gone quite mad.
Has he talked about a crystal dragon at all?
Things were rotten here when I got back. I didn't see it happen. But there's lots of talk of this dragon. In fact,
Which yeah, that.
This dragon actually, before I left, didn't live here. He'd always wanted to woo the dragons to his side. This one, it's hard to tell if this was the male or the female.
Is there another one?
Oh, there's a second one. The second one doesn't go far from the magic door.
Wait, what magic door?
Who are all of you, and what are you doing here?
Finally, he's gone. Nope. We are part of the Steelrose Emissary, what have yous, and we are on adventure to clear the pass of the calm the mountains that are preventing the pass from going which way you have you, and to bring peace with the stone giants who are not behaving in accordance with the old when they start siding with goblins in wars against the Imperium. That's not good. So we want to stop that.
Yep.
The
Hello.
rune giant came. He forced us to fight.
And then, well, unfortunately, those who fought with him died when we killed him.
He is dead?
Oh yes, long time ago. Many moons ago.
Idwal Runekar is dead?
There's a few in the clan. There might be a different one.
He made the unfortunate mistake of trying to charm our friend over here, and so we had to kill him.
They used this as a supply post and took some of our warriors that have not returned. I refused and left to go fetch Tusknot.
Well, if we are able to help you stabilize relations in your clan, when they come to extort your peoples again, if you call for us, we can come and help.
All I understand is that 2 dwarves came to visit. One of the dwarves is now captive of the Castellan. He entertains the fat hill giant.
I'm fairly certain we're supposed to retrieve those dwarves. It was probably part of when we were given the mission, but I didn't really pay attention.
The other one I hear angered my uncle and...
Is Danica Stone Song, perhaps, the name of one of these dwarves?
Maybe.
Red-bearded, red or red-headed dwarf?
She nods. The one that angered my uncle was turned into bone meal.
Shogo the gardener?
Shogo's still down there somewhere. I hope. He is a druid.
Right. So we should find Shogo. Alright, perfect.
He's a bit strange.
Who got turned into bone meal?
I wouldn't drink anything if he offers it. You might wake up several days later, running around here like a madman.
We've all drank that sort of druid wine before. Very much druid wine.
She says in Druidic, is this your pet?
Yes, this is my forever companion, Mistra. Say hello, Mistra.
Sturdy, she says. A bit small.
She can get bigger if she needs to, can't you, Mistra? Wait until we cast Legend. Have you seen... okay. There are spells that you can use to enhance your muscles as a priest would, that you can put upon your companion if you know them, that are very potent. Much better than your typical strength of the bull.
She's listening.
Okay, he starts describing, like, the combination of mighty strength and legendary proportions and the strong jaw to be, like, really, really, really strong. It's like one size category plus 14 strength in total and like 2 exercise categories of bite damage on top.
She describes that she knows 3 spells that she uses. One is animal growth.
That's a good one.
One is strong jaw.
That's a good one too.
And the other one is atavism.
Atavism. That's interesting.
Can we wrap this up? Just bring us to your uncle. We'll get started there.
You have to trek up the mountain. She's like, I can fly up the mountain.
We're gonna have to wait for Slake either way. Says Sunny trying to like hide with his wings the fact that he's talking about.
Yeah, by this point in time, Slake does heal the full 48 damage. Just fast heals it.
You druid.
Thogrim would help him do his mending thing, so he can save that for later if needed.
Oh, okay, sure.
Amadeus goes and runs and gets his broken rope.
Auto do it'll take an action to do.
You've got 2 lengths of half, whatever the.
Would it make Pole fix his rope? Can we make Pole is not a magical rope?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not a magical rope.
Make
You
it
can only
whole.
fix it with mending.
Yeah, mending can probably put it back together, but mending takes 10 minutes per hit point, so.
We just make whole the rope.
Make whole? Okay.
Make whole, go away.
So,
You bother me.
so Marty,
Yep.
Thogrim noticed how the thing was hard to hit.
Yeah? Are you going to go over and investigate?
Yes, that's what he's been doing while these guys have been talking. And he wants to collect some of the... This thing had magic on it, right?
Yeah,
Look
fucking
at its
thing.
claws. Look at its claws.
Slake kicks it. Oh, did you do your checks on Slake?
I think I'll make them. Slake's what? It's his cog.
You have to keep track of the DC you're making against him.
Yeah, his first repair check would be 24, and then it goes up per 5.
For what is this? What is it for? Craft.
Arms armor, or...
So I have a plus 36.
Oh. So you do it twice, and he gets 28 hit points back. You do it 3 times, that would be DC 34, and he gets 6 times his hit dice. So that's probably 14 times 6. Yeah. Okay. He's at DC... Oh, it's 2 per. 14 times 2. Yeah, you only need to do it twice.
Yeah, good.
So he's at DC 34 next one.
34, yeah, it's plus 10 now. Okay. So, if Thogrim's thinking of something, this would make really, really nice armor if we can do the same effect. And
so you're searching the dragon then?
Yeah. And 2, this would make an interesting simulacra.
Well, yeah, you'd only have to be 28th level.
28th level.
What level is the dragon?
14th.
14th, yeah. So
you do need to be 28th. There are going to be many 14th level things that would be cool simulacra. If you start collecting them now, you might want to focus on like than 7th or 9th level things. That'd be cool sort of background. Because those are the ones that you could do now, or in the near term.
Okay, let's see. What is still underground? I'm going to say there's a 1 in 3 chance its claw is above the ground if I roll 1. Nope. Let's see, a 1 in 2 chance that it's, well, its neck, so you do see its amulet. You could remove that.
Remove that. I'm going to start... Slake, can we dig this thing out? I think its scales might be useful. Might be able to upgrade your armor. I don't think it won't be magical. This thing was hard to hit.
If we have to deal with more of them, I suggest we try out, at least to see how it works, polymorphing Amadeus into an earth element. See how that goes.
All right.
See if he enjoys it, that sort of thing.
We're far from the magic door, she says. The Riverfall tunnel is days.
Perfect.
Of course, these things do hunt in the valley. Given that they can move through stone, they must hunt both sides of the valley.
Right, how you said these things. You said there's a male and female.
Yes?
One that stays near the
So,
door.
there's only 2, right?
Only 2 that I know.
Ah, damn. I'll have to prepare to take another one of these out.
Is the other one friendly with your uncle?
My uncle spent many years befriending these dragons. They used to steal food from hunters and then attack any of the hunters that objected with weapons. They're quite greedy.
How far away is this door from here?
She's describing, remember the map?
Mm-hmm. Like 2, it's like a hex and a half or a half a hex.
Yeah, I know. Open this up.
Amadeus, do you want to get, you gotta get polymorphed. It only lasts for 14 minutes. Well, 16 minutes in this case.
We'll be getting closer to Forkwater Tunnel the closer we get to the Howling Crag. She draws on the ground. Basically, she knows the valley that she's from. She says, we're here.
Yeah.
Human village is here. Forkwater Tunnel is here. She says, without flying, there's no way to get past the magic door. It's a pinch point along your road. If you're... I don't know how to open up the... It's a see-through magic wall.
I'm not flying, you can't get across the crag. But once we open that, is it possible to get to the Howling Crag?
Oh, no, you can walk to here to the Howling Crag, she says. Oh. But getting to the Western Delvan Pass, she's like, you could fly over it. But she's...
One of us doesn't like flying.
No.
He's also dressed like a golem for...
I was warned that the Sisters in Stone lived in the valley. Creatures that look at you and turn you to stone. Real stone, not blessed.
Medusas. We were told that there would be... the spirits of the mountain are disagreeable and need to be placated. Not quite certain what that means, but, you know...
Well, if the dragons are hunting my people, they'll hunt yours as well if they step foot upon this path.
This is true.
And anyone that wanders into the Forkwater Tunnel is basically walking into their domain.
Well, it's really our domain now. We're here, it's ours. This is on Volcanica, which means it's under my protection.
And the strange things and noises that we hear from the warrens beneath the Howling Crag. One of the giants said that my uncle has a bunch of new friends, summoned from the deep parts of the earth when the vents flooded.
Well, Amadeus is a bit of a hugger, and he can have hugs with the new friends, and, you know...
She smiles at that. Her smile, perfect, like nice rows of big giant teeth.
Yeah, and you know, sort of explodes things, kicks things, hugs things.
And why would you want to help me?
Well, I want to help you because you seem to be a goodly druid of Volcanica. So our purposes are in alignment, just by the very nature of the circumstances that we're in. In terms of the greater us, the Rose, the Expeditionary, whatever we're called, we
Barnabas had a brief headache for some reason.
We have been asked to help sort out what is causing the issues with the stone giants, and in a way that we could be friendly with one another, all the better. I mean, we have come across members of your clan throwing boulders at us, magic and otherwise, earlier, and we don't like it when they do that. It displeases them, and they are violent when they're displeased. So I think it's better for everyone to not have that happening.
So you're not here to punish us, then?
Oh, no. I mean, those who are, you know, fell arts and this sort of thing, obviously a time for, you know, going to pasture. Some sort of petting zoo of some sort. But those who are, you know, like this gluttonous sub-chief fellow, I'm certain he has lived well beyond his usefulness and is ready to help fertilize the plants of the next generation.
We don't want a war with the hill giants. While they are smaller and dumber, they are more numerous.
Here's the thing. If removing the sub-chief causes issues with the hill giants, blame it on us. The Steelrose Expedition people, and if they're mad, they can come to us, and then we could have a discussion with them about how it's better for everyone to work together towards common goals, and those who don't agree can talk to Slake.
She looks down at the little metal man. She just doesn't know. She knows to fear the cannon. She knows to fear Amadeus Brass, but just doesn't know about the rest of you. All right.
I understand that there will be tumultuous times in the future, but as long as we are staying in communication, we can solve those problems together.
Some of the
druids of Volcanica.
Some of the giants may not react nicely to us attacking other giants.
Well, this is where we need to understand sort of the best way to... Best if we extricated the problem people and made them not around as opposed to like a big showy thing, you know? I mean, unless a big showy thing is required to help, you know... Like, what happens to your uncle? I don't know. Perhaps he sees the light and we are able to clear him of whatever curse is being caused by these voices in the gemstones. Or it's time for him to, you know, go to pasture.
It'll be difficult to sneak by the Castellan and the hill giant on the way down to the Warrens.
Oh, the hill giant is just that's...
We don't sneak.
No. The hill giant and the Castellan will have a conversation.
So do you come to speak on behalf of Delve or on behalf of Overlook?
I speak on behalf of Volcanica, and we speak on behalf of the Steelrose Expeditionary Wing of the Imperium.
We just want to open the pass.
Well, then you have two obstacles. One, giants. Why? Why?
Because they're reopening a mine. They want to get from Delve to the mine.
Oh, yes.
She's like,
we've already made a truce with the cloud giants. I'm certain the stone giants would love to work with us.
They're gone. Don't worry about them.
huh.
This you saw this in the middle of the sky or no?
She points up the hill and kind of is talking while she's walking now. My
the
uncle...
the princess is enamored with one of our dwarves. It's very funny.
The wrong dwarf.
She's taking it all in. She's not sure exactly how to interpret some of the things she was saying. How he eventually shrinks, she seems to loosen up a little bit when that happens.
I can see a lot of... Can that thing walk in front of us?
Yep. You guys are flying and walking. She is walking for a while.
After a few hours, Sunny turns into Sunny to ride because you can't, like, you ride out of it. You have to recast bespeak, so it's like, oh, hello.
Oh, there is your true face.
He offers a hand. Sunny, I'm Volcanica.
Apparently he's your boss.
What do you mean of Volcanica? She says. She seems a little frustrated at that.
I
was not aware of a druid circle here. There hasn't been one amongst the stone giants well since the dwarves have arrived, along with their human contraptions.
Well, it's champions. And the champions will need to choose sides in the upcoming tumultuous events.
Does Sunny actually believe he's the druid of Volcanica?
Oh yeah, it's just fucking this isn't. You can tell him that he's a schizophrenic who just has some magic spells later, and I know what he is the druid of Volcanica.
All right. Shakura is my name, of the Cragborn. The Howling Crag is my home. Give me a diplomacy check to see how well you convince her that you're like the chief druid of all things.
Yeah, sure. I'm just going to, because it's been a while, I've got Divine Countenance. Whenever you encounter creatures whose alignments with one step of mine, treat their attitude as one better.
Oh, right away. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
She's neutral?
I am also neutral. And...
No, sorry, she's neutral good.
Cool. And we helped her. We're trying to change attitude, and then... One second. She's currently neutral, or is she...
Neutral good.
No, I mean her attitude towards me, because it does impact I get a bonus if she's above a certain threshold.
Yeah, she started off neutral. She didn't know who you guys were.
Okay, so...
Or indifferent, or whatever. The
43.
Okay.
That should move them.
Mm-hmm. Her charisma modifier is 1.
It's a druid, so...
43. Okay. 43 minus 16. You beat it by 27.
Why can't we be friends?
Yeah, she's now helpful towards you guys.
We be friends.
Yeah, so she's asking, like, what powers do you know? How do you know you're the druid of Volcanica?
And he describes that he knows, like, he can feel the pain of Volcanica. He can feel things that happen.
Are you sure that's not just arthritis?
I don't have arthritis, I'm only 3. He describes how he was pretty certain he's somewhere between 2 and 3 years old.
That's 3.
He sprung from a tree. Like he sprung from the ground.
Yeah.
He was born of an apple. This is how he views it.
Okay, she finds it all very strange, but she listens. I'm gonna give you a little write-up about what she's like. So there's Shakura of the Howling Crag, of Clan Cragborn. She's a stone giant. She's like 100 years old. She remembers being a child during the last fight with the hobgoblins in this region, when this side actually served Overlook.
Yep.
She is some sort of warrior beast rider.
Yep.
And also a druid that walks the path of the Goliath.
Cool. So they get the big animals, don't they?
They get big too, I think.
Yep. Her animal companions, because of Mammoth Rider, any animal companion she has basically becomes huge as she goes up in that prestige class. She's an 8th level samurai, so she can do a bunch of cavalier stuff. And then her gestalt is Goliath Druid, which is the one that gives her the ability to enlarge person on her animal companions.
Yep.
Adds a bunch of dinosaurs and really big things to her summon nature's ally, and she can only turn into dinosaurs or megafauna.
That's awesome. I don't care. That's awesome.
I understand why we were watching Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I was watching Jurassic Park for the big animals.
For research purposes.
Her Mammoth Rider, she's only 2nd level Mammoth Rider. They will eventually have the full strength bonus for being huge. They don't right now. And then she can use Wild Empathy with Intimidate to coerce animals. She can basically yell at... yeah, basically rough handle and yell at wild creatures, which stacks with her Wild Empathy. So she's actually good at yelling at big things and
cool.
Making her do whatnot.
All right. So, yes. Now, I can understand it could be somewhat confusing, but that's all right.
So you guys are about 60 miles away from the Howling Crag through a mountain pass, so it's probably a 2 or 3 day walk, depending on how fast you guys walk.
Okay, what's her... She's... Well, we can probably figure this out. She's a Goliath with... I don't think any of those classes added move speed, so she's got
40 foot move speed.
40 foot move speed.
80 if she takes out her bird. Or 70
so I think we're just over land walking at a speed of 80 because we're hustling without fatigue.
Okay.
That just keeps like the cannons and the constructs from having to like sprint the whole way.
Yeah, so Slake's sprinting. She eventually realizes you guys want to travel fast, so she takes out her mammoth, which moves at 70.
Okay, which gives us basically a 70 move speed, move speed, so we can do it.
Yeah, you guys get about halfway there before reaching the Howling Crag. That evening, she does watch kind of like your behaviors, and she's looking for any signs of like skullduggery from the non-sunnies.
Treachery or duplicitousness. Yep. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't find any. She seems to loosen up a little bit. So what is the plan? We're just going to simply walk in?
Well, I mean...
Oh, are you going to go fly in there all back like...
No one's going to notice you at being that small, she says. Unless you do something strange.
There's a good chance he does something strange.
When would I do something strange?
I don't know. Let's talk about the last 3 months of yelling in people's heads. Can we do that?
Ever since the war, it pains my heart to say there are no more Earthriders in our clan. All such beasts have been spent in war against your dwarf city.
That is unfortunate.
There is but one Wind Rider that remains aside from me. She's difficult.
Well, if we could convince them separately to sit this out, that's probably the safest.
My uncle was a diplomat. He did talk to strangers. He is the one that negotiated the peace with your overlookers.
If we're not concerned with surprise, we could, you know, sow a little deceit amongst the numbers. I could have a chat with them from a direction where they really can't talk back. How many giants are in your tribe? Yeah.
Why? She says.
Oh well, we could tell them to, you know, not to fight us or to come fight us, and then, you know, sneak around behind to find the leaders or this sort of thing. You know.
There are enough. She says she likes you guys, but she's not about to tell you how many their numbers are.
Yeah.
Like. So how many people in your village? How many guards on each of the gate? No.
Yeah. No.
Our numbers are diminished, is what she says. And she glances at Thogrim. Whenever she talks about the war, she glances at Thogrim and his cannon.
Why, that's not a problem. Just in case anyone's wondering. If you want to know what a problem looks like, look at Thogrim's cannon. That's what a problem looks like.
The cannon shrinks and he's...
Yep. So what did you and Slake, let's go back to Thogrim. What did you and Slake do with the dragon body that's like fused into the earth? You managed to pull off its amulet.
We know it's got other items. Likely does. Let's try to pull parts of it out.
That's what I'm doing. It ain't budging.
Hey, Amadeus, you want to try this, turning into an earth elemental?
Just leave it alone. We'll get it when we're done.
I'm interested in seeing some of these scales. Hoping I can make some armor for this thing.
Why?
You know, I was trying to deflect my cannon. I was lucky to hit it.
Dragons had that magic before. It's not a new...
No, it's not just the magic. It's just something with the scales. Before it's magic, it was very difficult to hit. I was lucky to hit it with the first shot.
No, we had dragons that bounced off them before.
Okay. It does have some scales that are above the ground and some that have been scattered when you exploded the top part of its head. You can examine its scales. Give me a knowledge arcana as you're looking at one of the dragon scales.
Yep. Oops. 41.
Nice, over 40. Okay, you think the scales would be useful as components with sonic spells, poison spells, darkness spells, there's one component that Sonny didn't talk about that he may have missed. That old cave dragons, their scales become so hardened that they absorb all force attacks as well.
Really? So, craft armor, weapons and armor. Can interesting weapons or interesting armor be made from these scales?
Well, you as a crafter know that dragon hide plate can be made from a dragon. And there was a nice chart about how big a dragon has to be before it could turn into suits.
I think it's in the Draconomicon.
Is it in the Draconomicon? Okay.
Draconomicon! Find it!
This thing was huge, which means it was on the verge of becoming very old. $16. It could make a suit of large hide armor, medium banded mail, small half plate, or tiny full plate with an accompanied shield.
What's the arcane spell failure on these?
Depends
like
on
the standard armor.
Dragon is just as hard as metal, so druids can wear it. Otherwise, it's identical. It doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it reduces arcane spell failure.
Druids have arcane spell failure.
But does this absorb force attacks? You said, or has the ability to?
The scales themselves mean that the armor itself wouldn't be harmed by force effects. It also wouldn't be affected by sonic attacks and acid. Like the armor itself, you could dip into acid. Now that does not confer any.
Now, in previous campaigns and stuff, what was house ruled was that the appropriate scales could more easily take the enchantments that go.
Oh, and that's actually part of the description. There's a reduced cost to make the person immune to acid or the resistances. So it's valuable in crafting, but wouldn't provide Slake, for example, immunity to force effects. He's sort of a golem. He doesn't really have. If it's a spell, he's not going to be affected anyways. So you could make good base armor, or give really great armor to one of your golems or something.
Okay. I'll collect.
The thing is, the mass majority of it is fused into the ground at the moment.
Yeah. No, I'm only going to collect as much as I can that's available for spell components.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to boil these, or put these down into powders, or make some essence from its blood, and it would take some time to actually dig to harvest the dragon effectively for spell components and things. Sounds like your party
craft alchemy as well.
Sounds like your party wants to. Well, you do have a tunnel into the dragon that's through its
head.
Through its head.
Go for it, champ.
You figure a couple of. Well, how would you extricate the draconic material?
I'll ask Slake to do it.
It'd take me about a week to mine through all that rock.
Or I can polymorph myself and start peeling the.
This is an after the problem is solved kind of issue I'm feeling.
I'll collect the scales that I can that are available.
Yep.
Take some of the blood that I think would be useful for.
Okay, well, you start collecting the scales around the edge, and you realize because it's got a gaping wound, you could reach, if you started mining through the flesh, you could reach the scales from the opposite side you normally touch scales.
This is how you're going to spend your day.
Oh, I don't know how long you guys are talking. I'm going to start doing that whenever you guys say we're going to go. I'll finish what I'm doing and then we can go.
Give me a wisdom check.
Yeah, but I don't want to get messed up by acid or whatever the hell. How about I give you an int check?
Watch out, it's probably got a gas sack somewhere.
Actually, you know what? Sunny mentioned that this thing had reactive things that poke out.
Yep.
I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm just gonna pick up the skills that are around.
Okay, so the ones that you blew off its head. All right, so you find like bits of its head. Oh, its head is completely like almost disintegrated by your spell or by your cannonball. You have a half a dozen like still intact scales that are worthy of spell component material.
Okay.
You'd have to come back to deal some more. You also can take like a pint or two of its blood if you wanted to start.
It's called a cave dragon.
Cave dragon. It is a old cave dragon. All right, then you guys start trekking. You spend the evening along the side of the road, or are there any precautions that are taken?
Yeah, it's a magnificent mansion.
That's.
God, I appreciate this one.
So you cast Magnificent Mansion.
That was sleeping on the side of the road.
The 7th level version?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes, you're gonna guard the door, Snake.
Yeah, I'll wait out here. You take out a miniature ivory door, a piece of polished marble, a silver spoon, each worth 5 gold pieces that act as a focus, and you conjure your doorway to the extra-dimensional dwelling that is called the Mage's Magnificent Mansion.
Style.
There's a faint shimmering in the air that is 4 feet wide, 8 feet tall. And you designate everyone can go in?
Yep.
Okay. Inside, there's a magnificent foyer with many chambers beyond. The atmosphere is clean, fresh, and warm. It's got a beautiful floor plan. The place is furnished with all sorts of sufficient furniture for you to rest and lounge in, and foodstuffs to serve a 9-course banquet to 12 people per caster level. A staff of near-transparent servants, as many as 2 per caster level, liveried and obedient, wait upon all who enter.
There's a mythic point, by the way.
It is a standard spell.
So we just
I have the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I put it into like legendary portions.
What is this? Says Shakura as she steps into the mansion.
Can I make it? Can I make like a large, like an area, like large furniture for her and stuff like that, or?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll designate a good portion of it to be large sized.
This is quite amazing, is what she says.
This would be luxury of arcane. Yes.
Master, can I keep watch at the door and fire at anything that enters that should not be?
Absolutely.
Shakura still doesn't like. She even likes the cannon less when it starts talking. Is there someone invisible? She asks Sunny.
There are many servants here.
Cannon is enchanted. It has a personality. It's like a living, like a club or a sword, or in this case, a cannon.
She looks mortified. Why? Why would they do such a thing? This is imperial craft?
Sort of. It was really heavy, and he was being made fun of for needing help moving it around. So it was really just to make it so that it would move itself. It was rather heavy. They have other solutions to this as well, typically attaching them to golems.
Is that what your friend outside is?
He was kidnapped and tortured by Imperials. He shrugs like that, yes. And grafted with golem pots. We are seeking those who tormented him so. We'll, put them to pasture rightly. I suspect some sort of ferret or something similar. And then we will use magic to restore him to his proper dwarvish self. The naivety of that statement might ring true.
So you're not with the Imperium?
With is a strong word.
I understand. We have lived on the edge of Overlook, and the dwarves of Overlook are vassals of the Imperium.
As long as the Imperium, as long as the Imperium's wants and needs are in line with the wants and needs of Volcanica, then we are aligned.
I hear many druids are forced to plant trees in orderly rows and give worship to the farming gods.
In desperate times, there are desperate measures. Planting a tree in a row is not the worst thing out there, but it's more where the seeds should fall. That's what I think, anyway.
She puts her 2 stone familiars onto a table somewhere. She undoes a couple of her packs. She clangs down her weapons, drops her big bag of rocks, and starts exploring the mansion. Not realizing the whole place just collapsed in on itself the next day. Or like next time you cast it, it's completely new. But she's looking around. Eventually, she settles in near Amadeus. Do you want healing?
Yes, if you have it to spare.
He's been walking around hurt this whole time?
Yeah!
Why didn't you say something? Sonny's not, like...
Because he's not a whiny little...
Sonny cares, but he doesn't, care. You have to complain.
What were you injured by?
Her...
She stabbed him.
Yeah. I caught you pretty good there when you came up the hill.
Not good enough. Yeah, it hurts.
I wasn't expecting...
I think it's getting infected.
Whatever you are, she says.
Yeah, no one ever does.
Okay, she takes out a wand, presses it to your wound, and spends... What is that, 10 charges? No. 36, so 7.
7.
Not one of us is normal in this party. We're all monsters in our own way.
Only a bit of a scratch.
You can clear up the rest with the key.
Yep.
So at this point, Sonny says, "Oh, you were hurt. Why didn't you say something?"
Yeah, Amadeus just shakes his head.
Hyatia has blessed him.
Who?
The goddess of... She shrugs. Goddess of hunting and nature?
No.
A giant god.
Okay, that would be why I have not heard of her.
She also taught giants how to farm and looks over childbirth.
Well, that sounds like a good one, I guess.
She nods.
Sonny's thinking to himself, "That's not that far off. Amadeus has done most of those things." He gave birth to a whole plague of crapins. He infected a whole city.
What's wrong with your skin? Is it something that could be fixed? Are you sick?
No. A different thing was done to me by a different wizard.
Wizards?
Or alchemist or something.
She listens.
I woke up like this, that's all I know.
And are you going to visit this wizard and make him push up daisies?
No. If I can find him, I will bring him to justice.
Chews on that for a while. And if it doesn't come Willingly.
I got more rope.
She nods. She laughs at that. I see it's fixed.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't do it. The Druida Volcanica did.
Yeah. Thanks, honey.
You're a very strange group, is what she finally says. While you guys are... She's eating some of the food.
You should meet the real freaks.
There are more of you.
Oh, there's a whole league, a charter, or I don't know, a something or other in a document somewhere.
There's a dwarf who keeps switching gods like every fucking day.
Are they angry with him?
I think so. Some of the gods angry with Brenos.
All the time. He's a pantheon priest of multiple pantheons, actually.
That must be tiresome.
It seems as such. It's hard enough to talk to two people at once, let alone, you know, keep friends with dozens of gods.
And the others?
We got another tin man, I guess. He was an elf, though.
An elf construct. We have a geographer. Very good at geography.
Very interesting.
Yeah, she's very good at geography.
To hear how these characters describe the others.
There's this shadowy gnome wizard guy who's been tagging along.
I don't trust him. Still.
He's very shadowy. Shadow magic is hard to pinpoint. And then our dragon friend who might have betrayed us to Tiamat.
That's it, Thogrim. You look at the scale again. This dragon was not attached to the weave. It was shadow weave.
We just pouring himself a shot of tequila for no goddamn reason. Just
And are you identifying the amulet that it had?
Yeah. Do that.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Thogrim.
I'll let Howie talk identify this.
What was it?
43.
43? Okay. And then what is your bonus? What is your bonus on to identify? Are you using identify spell or are you just using spellcraft?
I might have to use because I don't have Will I can detect magic. Does that help me?
Well, that allows you to make a spellcraft roll, but identify would increase the DC or increase your roll by 10.
No. Don't have it.
Don't have identify? Okay, just make your spellcraft then.
Let me pin you a screw at least.
30.
30?
Yeah.
The amulet itself is also shadow magic.
Ooh.
And all that you can tell, likely because it's shadow magic, is that it would make the dragon's attack magical. It also seems to be oozing acid, so you still haven't quite fully identified it yet. It's in the shape of an egg, though.
Shiny. to come up with us.
And with your it was 40 something with the perception?
43.
The egg can open up with a twist.
Oh. Fascinating. You'll open that up.
Okay. You take 1 wisdom